Hi, we're Group 6, and today we're presenting Passing the Torch, a leadership symposium. This is a prototype we designed for the Lightner Y Achievers program. So the Lightner Y Achievers program is a program that's dedicated to providing role models and fostering a positive sense of self and leadership skills among adolescents. And adolescents are in grades 6 through 12 and are partnered with adults of color. The program is based in Raleigh and meets every Saturday during the academic year. So some research that we found that backs up our event in the program is that programs that foster positive relationships with both adults and peers, as well as creating culturally inclusive environments, help instill a sense of belonging in adolescents. And this goes really well with the Lightner Y Achievers goal of having adults of color be as role models for adolescents. And based on peer mentorship research, it was found that students who offered advice actually earned higher third quarter grades in their target class. And this shows that there is actually benefit to giving advice, which shows that even across student ethnicity, gender, grade level, socioeconomic status, and prior level of achievement. And going into social interaction, social interaction among adolescents is shown to positively correlate with mental health and well-being and fosters identity exploration and allows for meaningful connection with others. And in terms of COVID-19, we've seen a rise in mental health issues with adolescents struggling to make social connections. So this was countered by the ability to find similar groups and meaningful relationships online.
And now I'm just going to talk about a little bit about the social needs and why we wanted to really support these adolescents by meeting their social needs. So obviously, just like everyone, these adolescents are exiting a period of social isolation due to COVID-19 pandemic. And we really wanted to make sure that, they were collaborating and socially interacting with others when it was safe to do so. So it's especially important for adolescent social needs to be met because social interaction is a key aspect of adolescent development for various areas. Brain development has been connected to social interaction, obviously identity exploration, and also just gaining those social skills that they can use in the future. And social interaction with others, regardless of their age, race, gender, interest, etc., fosters identity exploration and helps one find themselves and figure out how they want to present themselves to the world. And then it additionally helps create an emotional support system for the adolescent. During adolescence, the emotional support transfers from the family to more peer-centered. So finding these friends that they can relate to and they feel comfortable sharing things with is really, really important for their mental health and well-being. And additionally, just social interaction in general lessens feelings of loneliness, which overall will increase their mental health and well-being. So with this information about, our general information about adolescent development in mind, as well as the research that we did, we conducted some interviews with the Lightner Y Achievers to figure out what they liked about the program and how the program was attempting to meet their social needs already. So what we found was that these adolescents really enjoy the collaboration that's already built into the program's activities. And so we want to make sure that with the event that we created, that is still fostered, because this collaboration has helped them find their voice and feel more confident in themselves when they speak out in a group, which is always important when going forward, for college or jobs, etc. So some suggestions that they did have were they wanted to increase the outreach and connect with the surrounding community. They wanted to expand participants to outside of the Triangle area where the program is based. And they also wanted to increase the networking opportunities so they could connect with, adults and business owners, etc., who have been successful in their fields and can help them navigate their future. So when looking at these suggestions, we really noticed all of them, asked for more collaboration, more social interaction. So we really wanted to center on that in our project. And so our goal and our solution is what I'm going to talk about next. So we really wanted to help the Lightner Y Achievers find ways to increase community outreach, to in some way incorporate those suggestions that we had from the interviews into our solution. And again, that's important to increase community outreach because meeting new people and working in groups, regardless of one's age, and if they're a younger adolescent or an older adolescent, it improves their social skills, it can improve their confidence, and it can help them figure out who they are through identity exploration. And when we were creating this solution, we also wanted to make sure that we acknowledged the purpose of the Lightner Y Achievers program with its preparing the youth for their future and career readiness. But we also wanted to ensure that the social needs of these adolescents are met. So it was kind of a combination of our two goals together of preparing achievers for the future and promoting collaboration and social interaction. And from this, we created an event that we believe fosters both aspects of our goal, and that is the Passing the Torch Leadership Symposium.
So this symposium is a one-day event where local business owners, college admissions counselors, and Lightner Y Achiever alumni, whether they be college graduates, in college currently, or just graduated from the Achiever program, come to talk to current achievers about their real-world experiences. And this event will help to encourage social interaction between members and their community, as well as encourage conversation on important topics such as leadership and networking. And hopefully these conversations will help to hit the Achievers' goal of giving these young kids the tools they need to succeed in the future. And so this event will take place on a Saturday, which is their usual meeting time, from 8:45 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And there will also be a Zoom option included for online participants, those who can't make it or those who can't be there the whole time, or those that don't want to be there in person. And so to help plan this event, we created a mock itinerary outlining a sample schedule, including a few of the different topics and ideas that we think are essential to a leadership symposium. And so firstly, we'll have a check-in for the speaker series. And this speaker series will connect Lightner Y Achievers to local businesses and Lightner Y alumni, where they'll talk about a variety of topics. And then after that speaker series, we'll have a meet and greet for any questions or answers that weren't addressed, as well as a more intimate session between achievers and alumni if they so choose. And after that, we'll have a short break. And these breaks are outlined in green in the itinerary. And these are to encourage rest and social interaction. So we know that there are a lot of topics and activities in this symposium, and we don't want to burn these kids out by having them go to back activities like school week. And so after our first break, we have an understanding identity session, where we talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, all of which are hot topics in today's society and definitely important for young kids to be talking about openly in a safe space. And after that, we have a fun leadership group activity where we all explore each other's values and we ask ourselves why we're here and what we want from the program. And then we have lunch for about an hour, again, to encourage rest and hopefully to help plan the rest of your day. And then after lunch, we'll have a resume building session where we look at what is a resume, what does a good resume look like, what does it include, and how do those change depending on the job that you're looking for. And after that, we have another short break. And then the rest of the day will comprise of our breakout sessions. And so we have 3 breakout sessions, all of which are grouped according to theme. So session 1's theme will be networking. And so that'll include a building your brand session where we talk about social media and stuff like that, which is very important in today's society. Then we'll talk about more professional networking with a LinkedIn workshop. And then we have an interpersonal and organizational communication workshop, which is a more general networking workshop, which is important for both professional and casual communication. So session 2, we have a personal progress. Session 2, we have personal progress sessions. We have My Best Self, North Carolina in Context, and higher education, colleges and universities. And so in these sessions, we're going to be looking at the individual achiever, where they think they are, and where they are in their society around them, as well as looking at where they'd like to be in the future with the colleges and universities. And in the last session, we're going to be focusing on leadership. So we have an influential leader session, which is where we'll be talking about influential leaders in today's society. And then we have effective communication and technology sessions, which are also very important for leadership. And so hopefully giving the achievers these choices between the sessions will allow them to focus on the areas where they want to improve or want to learn more. And hopefully they'll be able to get the most out of this symposium.
So the Passing the Torch, a leadership symposium. So looking at the before, during, and after is really important as far as establishing our goals and what we want to do. So before the event, some things to consider are contacting possible volunteers, deciding on a date and time, receiving input from Lightner Y achievers about what they would like to specifically get from this event or share, and then finally designing the event. The Lightner Y Achievers is very strong in their program building and how they want to plan things. So just recognizing this as a process for this program, just continuing that along. And then during the event, ensuring that the schedule is maintained and ensuring a safe and educational environment is maintained. And then after is one of the most important parts. How do these messages stick? What resources, what are the main takeaways that the members and participants can take from this? So we suggest perhaps sending thank you letters or cards, possibly from Lightner Y Achievers to volunteers, asking Lightner Y Achievers what they thought about the event, so improvements can be made during the next event. And then finally, maybe establishing a LinkedIn profile or organization group to collect that alumni base. And then lastly, we hope this helps. The goal of the symposium is to foster an environment that promotes professionalism and positive connection between both peers and mentors. And we also hope to relay the tools that are currently being used to promote networking, hiring, and exposure to the academic and working world. But of course, all in all, this continues to satisfy the social needs of members because activities promote collaboration and fun. This is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to be memorable, and it can be as technical or as more social, depending on what direction and what the goals are of the program from the Lightner Y Achievers team. But this is our proposition based on the research that we've gathered from this class, and we hope that you may consider adopting this as an idea, and we are really happy to share this with you. Thank you.